What's going on, guys? So I got some oyster shell, some gypsum, and some Pride Lands grow. They're dry amendment pre-mix buckets, and it wasn't too expensive. It was probably like $300 for everything. I got 2 buckets of the grow from Pride Lands, and I think those are 35 pounds each. And it only takes like a cup to do these pots, which is like a light feeding, and that only used about a half a bucket of that. And so I have a bucket and a half still that I can use. And then I got 2 50-pound bags of oyster shell flour and 1 40-pound bag of gypsum. And I spread 1 bag of gypsum and 1 bag of oyster shell. And yeah, it's looking good. The gypsum's for any salts that are in here. It'll help them break down, help the drainage for the clay soil that's underneath it, and also a great calcium source. And also the oyster shell flour is a great calcium source, but takes a lot longer to break down. So it's not readily available, so that's why we're adding those now. And then we're just adding the grow dry amendment just to start supercharging these pots up. As you can see, I chopped and dropped the cover crop that's in here. It's looking good. Some of the pots didn't have as much cover crop because my chickens ate it all out, but I'm sure they left some nitrogen in my pot, so that's alright. My fruit trees are doing good. It's a nectarine right there, an apple, and then that's a peach tree up top. So yeah, we spread our amendments, and we're gonna let that break down for about a month, and then we'll probably come through and spread some more. These pots have been used for, this will be the 5th year on the soil, 4th year on the pots. And they're still doing good, so they're gonna have a lot of nutrients already in them, so we don't really have to add too much. We're just kind of helping them along. This is the gypsum, little cluster that didn't break apart there. That's not a problem though, the rain will soak that in. And then that's the oyster shell, and then that's the pre-mixed veg bucket. They have a crab shell and feather meal and biochar, a whole bunch of stuff in there. It's great stuff. I usually use it throughout the year, and I usually amend my pots with the down to earth products, but I've been having trouble finding that down to earth products, and when I do see them, it's extremely overpriced. So I just went with the grow buckets that I usually use, and turned out to be a little cheaper, and it's great stuff. So I'm just going to try to use that to amend my pots along with the gypsum and oyster shell flour. And I might add some BioLive, which is just crustacean meal, and maybe some neem oil to help keep the bugs away. Excuse me, neem meal, not neem oil. Garlic's doing alright, not so much in this pot or the ones up here, but down in the greenhouse they're thriving. So yeah, it's the update. Keeping the pots going, keeping the weeds out. Got a lot of chamomile popping up right here. Still have to weed around the pots here. All these gotta go. Probably put some hay over it, maybe some wood chips if I can. Alright, you guys, hopefully you guys are staying dry and handling the storm if you're in California, and hopefully you guys are getting excited for this upcoming season. It's coming up quick. Peace.